Hello everyone, my name is Qinghua Liu and here is my semester project, developing a travel plan to Canada, and let's begin. And here is the outline. The first one is why I develop a travel plan to Canada, and initially define the travel plan to Canada, the CED, PM chapter, risk, FMEA, identify risks, and the conclusion. And why I develop a travel plan to Canada. The first reason is I think it can improve the quality of my travel. I think travel needs planning. A good travel plan will improve the efficiency of traveling and reduce the probability of the risk occurrence. And it can also improve my project organization skills. I think taking the tourist plan as a term plan can help me better understand the content of the project. I can apply the knowledge of the project organization I learned to practice, which can improve my project organization ability. And the third reason is meet my girlfriend, because my girlfriend studied as an undergraduate student in Canada, so I want to be prepared enough to meet her. And here is the itinerary. So here is the itinerary. So I will show you the details in the later slides. Day 1, the plane ticket I booked will arrive at 10 p.m. local time. I'm going to take a break at a hotel after I get my rental car. And then I check in at Crown Plaza Toronto Airport. At day 2, in the morning, I drive directly to the old Parliament building. Then I drive to Ottawa and visit Capitol Hill and pinnacle of the schedule. Then I plan to take a cruise along the way to enjoy the capital. The Canadian History Museum. In winter, when water levels might make it impossible to take a boat ride, my alternative plan was to visit the War Museum. And then I drive to the Montreal in the evening and rest at the hotel. At day 2 in the morning, I plan to visit the St. George's Cathedral and Basilica Notre Dame. In the afternoon, I'm going to Quebec, the first building in the city's highest, Mary Building, 31st floor observation deck, to see the Quebec City scenery. Then visit Quebec City, the only intact wall in North America. At day 4, I plan to set out for the Thousand Islands, the scenic area with the first light of them, and experience the Thousand Islands of Canada's 3 natural wonders. Take the Thousand Islands sightseeing boat about 1 hour, and because I arrived in Canada's season is in December, so I can place sleds or helicopters there. At day 5 in the morning, I plan to head out to the famous Niagara Falls scenic spots, where I can watch a historical IMAX film and learn about the magical falls. Then climb to the waterfall towers and enjoy a 360-degree view of the waterfall area. There is also an ice winery where I can visit and taste the famous Canadian specialty ice wine. After arriving in Toronto at dusk, check in hotel and relax. The last day of my itinerary, I plan to set off in the morning, arrive at downtown Toronto, On the road, I can pass the Provincial Council, the University of Toronto, and Chinatown. Then I can climb the CN Tower. On the foot, can enjoy a panoramic view of the Lake Ontario and Toronto City. In the afternoon, I'm going to visit Casa Roma Castle, which is the first choice for photography. My return ticket has not been booked yet, but I am planning to return to Nashville on the night of the 6th day to end my trip in Canada. Okay, this is my developing the travel plan, and the chart here is Lean Six Sigma project chapter. And the project is the travel plan to Canada, and then Qinghua Liu is me, and Qinghua is my girlfriend, and we all the team members. And the problem statement here divided into 3 parts. The first one, making travel plans has always been a project I hope to do, and I hope to improve the quality of my travel by making travel plans. 2. I met my current girlfriend Qinghua on the internet, but we have not met in reality. I think we need to meet once to consider whether we are suitable to maintain a relationship. 3. I have always wanted to travel to Canada once. I have always liked maple leaves since I was a child. I hope to see the real maple leaves with my own eyes. And in school, apply for Canadian visa and develop a travel plan. The project description is the 6-day time in Toronto, Montreal, and Ottawa list detailed plans for accommodation, transportation, and choices of tourist attraction and food choices. The journey can be completed in a planned way during the trip. And also, my girlfriend suddenly said she wanted to go to the Caribbean, so I add the Caribbean to my plan too. And the justification is take advantage of limited travel time, self-satisfaction, and responsible. The deliverables, including the detailed travel plan in a Word document that includes daily itineraries and alternate programs, and the proof visa, airline tickets, and hotel order. And the measures, including the total number of hours I spent and how many Canadian-related travel tips I checked online, and my girlfriend's and my satisfaction with the trip. The budget including 2 parts, and the first part is capital items expenditures, and it's a visa for Canada, and it's about $115. And the expense items expenditures, including the accommodation, food, transportation cost, tourist attraction tickets, and shopping expenses, are estimated to be a total of $1,000. And the schedule time, because I got my Canadian visa almost 1 month later than I expected, so I get my Canada visa in November 13, and my air ticket was advanced. I completed to the final version of my travel plan in advance too. And the risk here is the visa is refused, motivation, breakup before travel, and the loss of the wallet of passport, natural disaster, and injuries and illness. And here is the cause and effect. And there are 6 causes contribute to the effect. There are measurements, information, people, environments, and technology, and processes. As for measurements, the total hours and hours per day I make preparation to the plan, and including the detailed level of planning and my girlfriend's and my satisfaction to the plan. As for information, it is about that I surf the internet to look for the other people's travel experience in YouTube and Facebook. Also, my friends' experience helped me a lot. And my girlfriend lived in Canada for 6 years, so her recommendation is very important too. And the people is Qinghua is me and my girlfriend Qinghua. And I am motivated and responsible for the plan. The environment is the weather and the traffic during the travel to in Canada. And I mostly finished my plan at home, so I think home is also the environment too. The technology is the electronic equipment and including the computer and cell phone to search the traveling guideline online. The process is while applying the Canada visa, I can also searching the tips online and making a plan and sharing with my girlfriend. I think booking hotel and renting a car and tickets booking is also the process too. The travel plan WBS, the number 1, choose places to travel to. And number 2, begin to schedule the plan, and including the applying to Canada visa, days, hotels, and people. 3, look for places of interesting to me. I've been Toronto, Ottawa, Quebec. These 3 places attract me a lot, so I choose these 3 places to go for travel in Canada. And 4, make a specific itinerary, and I have already shown you in the formal slides. 5, ask advices and experience from Canadian friends. And number 6, gain feedback, and then deliverables. And the deliverables including the photos, souvenir, ticket, and hotel orders. And 8, modify and assign on the final version. The PM chapter. And these are all the tasks of the project. These tasks are all connected. When I finish the first task, I could apply for a Canadian visa and search other travel experience on the internet at the same time. And after applying for Canada visa, then I can prepare the document needed by visa. And the order after searching for other people's experience, the order is determine the departure and return date of the tour, order a round ticket to Toronto, and develop a travel itinerary. The duration of this one is 30 days. It's been a long time. And then it's determine and control the potential risk of the plan, share travel plans to friends and seek feedback, and then the completion of the travel plan. Because I complete my travel plan, then I can travel to Canada, and the manual start date is December 12th, and the duration is 7 days. Here is the risk FMEA. I think these 4 are 4 kinds of risk that contributes to the plans. I think the first one is the most important one because its RPM is the highest, and the potential failure is getting sick or injured. First of all, I think the most important event is illness or injury, which often happens and sometimes can be avoided. Illness makes me lie in the hotel instead of going out, which is a very unpleasant experience for traveling. So the souvenir here is 5 and the OQ is 4 and the detect is 4. So the RPN is 18 here. The actions taken, I think, is to bring the cold medicine and fever medicine and painkiller. And also the refusing to stay up late is also a good action to take. I think these measures can effectively reduce RPN. The second one, bad weather, rainstorm or hail. The probability of the weather disaster is very large and unavoidable, which makes me unable to go out and stay indoor. Weather disaster happen frequently, so the SEV here is 5 and the OQ is 6 and the detect is 2. The RPN is 16 here, and the action I think both Montreal and Toronto have big shopping centers, which allows me to choose the indoor shopping center when the weather is bad. The wallet lost. I think the loss of my wallet will have an impact on my itinerary, which will deprive me of financial support in the travel processes. But I don't think it happens very often, but it's hard to prevent. So the SEV here is 6 and the OQ is 2 and the detect is 5 and the RPN is 16, the same as the bad weather. The action I think is to be taken is to put some cash and a bank card in my suitcase and avoid putting all my money and bank cards in the wallets, choosing the wallets with zipper design. And the last one is the visa refusal. The rejection of my visa will directly lead to the delay or cancellation of my travel plan. I don't think this will happen if I were prepared. So the SCV here I think is 9, the highest, and the OQ is 1, the detect is 3, and the RPN is 27. If I carefully prepare my visa materials and ask a lot of friends about the visa experience, I don't think this will happen. And so I take this action to reduce my RPN to 9. Here is my presentation, and I'm looking for all of you to have questions to me, and I'm glad to answer all of your questions. Thank you.